You're listening to Beloit Podcast.
On this episode, we're talking to local rapper and recording artist Johnny Dreadlocks, and I've been keeping up with this guy for over a year now, at least. He puts out a lot of positive tracks, often a lot of positive messages in his music, and he's from Beloit, so I'm a fan. Don't forget, he mentions a couple events in this episode, a lot of good events coming up throughout August, right here in Beloit. Hope you enjoyed this interview with one of my favorite local artists, Johnny Dreadlocks.
D2R.
I never give up, I'ma get it. If you don't got faith in me, I tell them to stay out my business. My city got faith in me. I promise we gon' get some millions. Because I got faith in me. And I do it all for my children. I do it all for my children. Salute when I walk in the building. I appreciate all the fans. So I'ma give thanks like a pilgrim. I appreciate all the love, all the respect and attention. I done came up a long way from Mickey D's washing the dishes. Flip the money like somersaults. I will never take a summer off.
Give listeners an idea of who you are, your background, in case we have listeners who don't know who you are. Came up in Beloit, right?
Yep.
Tell us about growing up and how you got to where you are today.
I go by the name Johnny Dreadlocks. I've been doing music for about close to 11, 12 years. I started just writing lyrics in school, like not paying attention to the teacher, just writing lyrics in my notepad. And my homie came over with a studio and we just started making tracks, and I never really took it serious till about last year and a half ago. Really started taking it serious. Everybody telling me, man, you should take it serious, get more into it. Here I am now.
Working.
Every day, all day.
What was some of the first things you recorded when you started recording? Was that how you really got your start? Did you put yourself behind a mic somewhere and record something? What was your first experience? Did you have a show, a recording opportunity? What was it that really solidified you into doing music?
My first time ever recording myself, my mom had an old school computer and I used Sound Recorder, and I would download like Tupac and Biggie Small, Jay-Z beats and then just rap over them, like just write my lyrics and then match them to the beat, talking like 15 years ago.
I've interviewed some people who said back in the day you would rap about almost anything, and that's just what you did.
Oh, yeah.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah, I just rap about everything. Try to make my music relate to everybody, cause that's how they gonna feel it. Make it relate to everybody.
And you really do that. We had you on at WADR when I was up there.
Oh, yeah.
We've had a lot of good times. You're on Petite Man Life. We just had Daedrid on the Beloit Podcast.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Daedrid McKnight. He actually hosted my mixtape, Dreams to Reality. Shout out Petite Man Life.
So tell us kind of about the tracks on this. I mean, you got how many tracks here? 15?
18 tracks.
18 tracks?
18 tracks. I got 2 skits. I got Daedrid hosting the track, so he's a local comedian. He's going to have y'all laughing throughout the whole album, mixtape, whatever you want to call it. But track 1 is personally my favorite. It's me giving back to my fans. It's called Faith in Me, which I got a video shoot coming up August 12th at SummerSlam 2017, and I'm giving out 50 free Bragging Rights ENT t-shirts. So if anybody want to come be a part of the video, feel free. 4 p.m. is the video shoot. But yeah, track 1, Faith in Me, is my favorite. It's me giving back to the fans. It's showing my appreciation to all the supporters out there.
So you got that coming up. Anything else coming up? Any events? Anything you're looking at?
I got Peace in the Street coming up August 20th. So make sure y'all come out to that too. Flyers are on Facebook.
Yeah, we're actually, I think next week we're doing the Double Dutch thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're doing a kids Double Dutch tournament. Keep posted on that.
Oh, yeah.
Who'd you have do your artwork? This is amazing artwork on your cover.
My artwork is Michael Loco Brown. He in Texas right now. But shout out to Loco Brown. He's an amazing artist. He does artwork. He mix and master songs. He's a true entrepreneur.
Tell us about some of the artists you're working with on this release. I mean, you got all kinds of people besides Daedrid McKnight. I see you got High C, another local Beloit guy, but who else?
Shout out to High C. I got number 4 is Make It. That song is a huge hit. CJ the lyricist, he's out of Illinois. He's a great artist, a great singer. I got Taz Raw on there. Shout out to Taz Raw. He doing big things right now. I got my homeboy Gravy on there. Track 7, Wavy and Liddy. Make sure y'all check that out. And I got Drop Top Porsche on there. I got Zias Lit. Shout out to Zias. Jay Prince, personally one of my favorite artists in the area. I got Jimmy Bando on there. And the last track, I got Gwen Larson on there.
So how long does this take you to do? I mean, how long you been working on this?
I was working on this and my last mixtape, Intoxicated Music, at the same time. But I knew I wanted these tracks to be saved for this one. So I say about a year and a half. I just actually wrote track 1 and track 2. I just wrote them 3 weeks ago while I was at work, and I'm like, those gotta go on there.
Being a guy who kind of grew up locally, kind of tells how you feel about Beloit. That's kind of, like you said, your music's focused on people with real issues, real life scenarios. Right. And a lot of that's here in Beloit, right?
Exactly.
So it kind of tells us about what your experience is with our city.
I just feel artists in Beloit got to get more involved in the community. It's too many songs about violence and glorifying death and women and nice cars. You got to get to the bigger issues in Beloit. Like, there's bigger issues in Beloit that's going on, and these artists are not acknowledging that. So I feel like I put the city on my back and speak for the whole city in my music.
Besides music, you do a lot of videos. You put out just as many videos as you do tracks. Tell us about some of your videos and what you do.
Yeah, I shoot my own videos, and I got a cameraman that helps me out. Shout out Byron Owens. He's a motivator in Beloit. Be on the lookout for him. He got DVDs coming out. He got shirts coming out. Me and him is like a 2-man army. We out here almost every other day shooting videos, editing our own videos, just doing everything ourselves. I figure if you want something done, you got to do it yourself. If you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. I'll shoot a video one day, and that night I'll edit it and drop it the next day. Like, I'll spend 10 straight hours in the studio editing the video just to drop it the next day and then move on to the next project.
What does everyone have to do to keep up with you? You're pretty much on all social media. You're on YouTube. You're everywhere. Let everybody know where they can keep up with you.
You can find me on Facebook at Johnny Dreadlocks. You can find me on Twitter at Bragging Rights ENT. You can find me on Instagram, Johnny_Dreadlocks. You can check out my music on SoundCloud. Just type in Johnny Dreadlocks. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bragging Rights ENT, or search Johnny Dreadlocks. You can email me at JohnnyDreadlocks85@gmail. You can follow me on Snapchat at Dreadhead_JFK.
And if you're digging deep enough, you can find a Best of Petite Man Life on SoundCloud and get his actual phone number.
Nice.
Just kidding. We edited it. Anything else you want to promote before we wrap this up?
D2R is out right now. Make sure y'all hit me up for a copy. DM me, email me, call my phone. If you know me, if you don't know me, just hit me up through the inbox. I will personally deliver you a copy. I'm not asking for much. My last mixtape was free. For this one, just give me $1 to $5. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter, whatever. Just support local talent.
That's right. Thanks for coming on the show.
Appreciate it.
Bragging White CNT.
I don't want no trouble, but you'll never see me running. Every day I hustle so my family won't keep struggling. Man, I swear it's crazy how these haters keep on coming. I'm chasing a dream and nobody's gonna keep it from me. Because I gotta make it. I gotta make it. Not sitting around and not waiting, so I'm grinding on the daily till I make it. I gotta make it. I'm running thin on my patience, got no idle time to be playing till I make it.
Every day I'm grinding, grinding till I make it. Make it, grinding, every day I'm grinding, grinding till I make it. Every day I'm grinding till I make it.
Every day I'm on the grind, I'm grinding hard till I make it. My mama told me to stay focused, remain humble, be patient. Came straight from the basement, won't stop till my house on acres. Ain't got time for a hater. Struggle with bills, just keeping it real. I promised my mama a house on the hill. That come with a butler like she was on bid. But to never give up, I do that for my kids. I'm never gonna stop till I'm reaching the top. With a big ass house, 20 cars in the lot. Till I'm bigger than Pac with a vault full of guap. Many haters and pictures, them pictures get cropped. The hate is so blatant, it ain't no escaping. They shacking the fire, they stay country flagrants. It's hate in the air, that's a horrible fragrance. I do this for Jada, I do this for Jada. I'm so focused, ain't no joking. My inner beast has awakened. I look my blind son in his eyes and I told him we gon' make it.
I don't want no trouble, but you'll never see me running. Every day I hustle so my family won't keep struggling.
My dad made it.
Enjoy the sounds of summer and catch the thrill of knocking wood blocks over with wooden stick and making new friends from all over the United States. Join us at the second annual U.S. Cube Open sponsored by DuPont at Riverside Park in Beloit on August 5th. Teams need to be registered by 8:30 a.m. and championship finals will start around 4 p.m. Cube is spelled K-U-B-B. Hello, this is Evan Fitzgerald, 2015 U.S. National Cube Champion, and I am inviting you to join us. Cube is a fun and exciting Scandinavian long game that is gaining popularity. It can best be described as combining the skills of horseshoes and bowling, and is sometimes referred to as Viking chess. Registration is $40 and teams are made of 2 players. All ages and abilities are welcome. Even if you have never played before, you will find that players are very welcoming to teaching new players, and by the end of the day, you'll be playing like a Viking. Visit Beloit will be hosting their 4th annual Rock, Paper, Scissors tournament starting at 10:30 a.m. in the park that day. Bring out the kids and compete for fun and medals. This event is presented in support of the Visit Beloit JET Tourism Grant. You can register at KubeUnited.com. Click on the US Cube Open link to register and find more details. Look for the Rules of Cube page where you will find a video of how to play and a downloadable poster explaining the rules in even more detail. Also, you can join us on Tuesday evenings at the Rock Bar and Grill in Beloit from 6:30 to 8 p.m. where we will be playing and teaching people from the community.